Hi, this is Kathy at Sweet Tree Hill Farm, and I'm actually in the middle of skeining up some new yarn. Here's an example of some worsted weight Shetland. This is in a fawn color, and we've got some white, of course, and a really nice dove gray. And we'll have other yarn coming, other natural colors actually, that's in the hopper. We're expecting, I think, a dark or medium brown, as well as almost a black or really deep gray. But right now I was doing some swatching, as you can see. And what I'm swatching is I'm actually trying to rework a pattern that I had done for some of the first yarn we had done several years ago. It was a really heavyweight yarn. It was just the first time we had yarn spun, and we were still very much learning, as well as the mill was a new mill, and they were trying to figure things out. But anyway, I ended up making this. It's a really nice, trying to see if you can see it a little bit. There we go. It's a nice vest, and it's done in one piece. Actually, you start at the back, and then you come up over to the shoulders and split off and do one side of the front and then the other side. And then you pick up for the collar, and you can either do, this is a type of a slip moss stitch, I guess technically. If you could see it, there's a little close-up of it. Anyway, I wanted to redo this vest in the actual worsted weight. This was a heavier gauge. I would say this would be considered bulky, but I really love the stitch pattern, and I think I would love it in the lighter weight yarn, which again is a worsted weight. So I was swatching, to get an idea. This is the main stitch for the main part of the vest. It looks like it's bobbles, but it's really not. It's actually called Berries and Lace. And so as I was doing this, I think, you know what, would make a really nice scarf. Just the stitch pattern. I'm basically swatching it so I could rewrite the pattern. But I think I'm going to do a scarf, and I thought maybe you all might like to do a scarf. And I think we just simply take one skein. Each skein that we do has 200 yards. And by the way, we did some dyeing too, and I'll show you that. Here's one, and what are we calling this? This is called Sea Breeze. Isn't that pretty? And then this is kind of, I think, going to be a favorite. Now we just have really limited amounts of color, so of the colors, like 7 or 8 skeins, maybe 10 skeins. So this is called Matcha Tea. It's sort of the color of matcha tea, maybe a little bit more on the yellowy side. And then this one's a crazy color. This is called Sugar Maple, and it's a nice orange, but I don't think it's, it's not like Hunter's orange. It has a little, it's not quite that bright. It's not electric orange, but I like it. I might incorporate this into the new vest. But anyway, so this stitch pattern, if you want to try it, I'm going to go ahead and I'll post it on my website, but I thought it would be helpful to have a little video of how to do it. So I'll try my best. So it's basically 4 rows, okay? And let me see if I can at least give you the instructions. Can you see that? So basically the first row is purl 2, yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit 2 together, YRN. Now what I wanted to explain with YRN, it means yarn around needle. Well, what's the difference? Well, the difference, from just a basic yarn over, well, the difference is that you're actually going more around the needle than a simple yarn over. Yarn over just goes over top the needle. So you're at a knit 2 together, and so you got to bring it all the way around, not just over, but all the way around from and I'll show you what that looks like before you knit sorry about that. Before you purl 4. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. I was sort of having my camera put, or my phone put in such a way so you can kind of see this. And I think that would be the main confusion. I think the rest of it is pretty self-explanatory. On the second row, you've got to knit 1, purl 1, knit 1 into the next stitch. Third row is the same as the first row. And the fourth row is similar to the second, only it's opposite. Instead of the purl 3 together, you start off with the knit 1, purl 1, knit 1 into the stitch, and then purl 3 together. And so it's kind of nice. It gives you sort of the look of a bobble without having to turn your work back and forth to do a proper bobble. All right, I'm going to stop this here so I can reset my camera so I have 2 hands, and I will show you how I work it. All right, so we'll give this a try. So anyway, to show you what that yarn over looks like, let's go ahead, and my needles are a bit long, so let's see if I can do this. All right, so we've got purl 2 to purl 2. I'm just going to do the first row just so you can see what that yarn around looks like. So this is what your basic yarn over looks like. So you're basically yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. Alrighty, and then you're going to do your knit 2 together. I'm sorry, this is awkward because my needles are too long for this. But anyway, knit 2 together. Okay, so then you're at that yarn part. So instead of just going over like that, over the top, you're going to go behind and around, and then back down again. So you basically, see if you see what I'm saying. So first you're here, and then you're going to go around, and like that. All right, see how that looks? And then you're going to do your purl 4s, which I think you guys know what a purl 4 looks like. Okay. All right. So how many did I do? 3. All right, so we'll try it one more time. So that's basically it. And then you repeat it. So you repeat it the yarn over part. So that one, the yarn over, you're just going to go up over it like that. And you're going to slip. Slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. And then you do your knit 2 together. And I'm much faster than this normally, but again, arms are outstretched. Okay, knit 2 together. And then again, to the front underneath, and then around. It's hard for me to do that. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And then you do your purls. All right, so that's basically it, and you repeat. All right, so basically, let's see, how many did I do? 1 more, so 4. All right, and then at the end of the row, it's going to, the last part says ending last repeat with a purl 2 instead of a purl 4. So you'll continue to do yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit 2 together, yarn around and around the needle, and then you just do a purl 2 instead of a purl 4. So I think that might help y'all a little bit. So I hope that wasn't too awkward. Anyway, I want y'all to try that out. So I'll post those the stitch pattern for the berries and lace, and I just cast on 24. Okay, so this is I just cast on 24, and then I do the pattern, and so I think it's going to be a pretty little scarf. And so that'll be like my sample scarf, so you can see what that pattern stitch looks like. And we'll incorporate it into that new vest that'll be coming later. I hope y'all have a great day.